Hey yo, what's up, baby? Hey yo, it's your boy TP. Check this out. Yo, I had this thought the other day, right? I just caught myself thinking, I'm like, yo, why are people not successful? Like, there's not no age on success. There's young people that ain't successful. There's old people that ain't successful. There's not no race. There's black and white people that are successful. There's not no color, no ethnic. Yo, there's a certain demographic that you're either successful or you're either not successful. So I really started thinking, and I came to this conclusion, and it was like, yeah, obviously there's a lot of reasons, right? But the top 3 reasons, in my opinion. So the top 3 reasons, I wrote them down so I didn't want to forget. The first reason people aren't successful, they don't have a goal or a vision. The second reason people are successful, they don't have any motivation. And the third reason people are successful, they don't know how, right? So I'm gonna break it down. When people don't have a goal or a vision, think right now, I don't know where you live at or what state you live in, right? I'm in Pennsylvania. So if I was like, yo, I'm gonna drive to California, and I didn't have Google Maps, I didn't have the Apple Maps, I didn't have MapQuest, I didn't know how I was getting to California. I said, I'm just gonna go to California. Believe it or not, I would be able to figure it out, right? It would just take me so much longer because I don't have a vision, I don't have a roadmap, I don't even know where I'm going, right? Like, how can you go somewhere if you don't know where you're going? How can you achieve something if you don't know what you want to achieve? So the first step into being successful in anything, you have to have a goal, right? And this is a whole nother conversation because it's smart goals and there's ways to make goals. But at the core of it, if you don't have a goal, if you don't have something that you're aiming for, you're never going to get anywhere, all right? So check this out. I don't know what your goal is because everybody defines success differently and everybody got different goals, but I know one thing, you better get yourself a goal because if not, you're not going nowhere. Like you on a hamster wheel and you can run as fast as you can, but you're not going to make any progress to get anywhere, all right? Check it out, the second principle. Why people aren't successful? They don't have any motivation. What does that mean? It means like you'll wake up today and you want to do something, and tomorrow when you wake up, all of a sudden you're not motivated to do it anymore, right? And I get it, right? Because motivation comes and motivation goes. But if you're truly going to be successful in something, you can't allow your feelings to dictate your motivation, right? So the easiest way I figured out how to get motivated, right? I get so excited. The easiest way you have to get motivated, you have to really put in your mind something that motivates you, right? So the thing that motivates me is my daughter, right? I love my daughter to life, and everything I do is for the legacy. Everything I do is for my daughter to be successful. Everything I do is so my daughter never has to depend on another man, right? But check this out. Every day I'm motivated because guess what? Yesterday's home runs, it don't win today's game. So yesterday's success doesn't dictate today's success. So yesterday's motivation has to be today's motivation so I can continue to accomplish goals, so I can continue to provide for my daughter, right? How can you transfer that to your life? I don't know what motivates you. If you're young, it might be your parents, it might be your girlfriend, it might be your boyfriend. If you're old, it might be your kids. If you're single with no kids, it might be, I don't know what it is. That's up for you to find out. And as soon as you find out what motivates you, yo, it's time to start using that every single day so you can get inspired, so you can get motivated. Because I promise you, life is going to smack you. And when life smacks you, if your motivation doesn't smack back, you're going to quit, you're going to stop. And that's why people aren't successful. All right, it's not always as simple as they don't have a goal. Sometimes you run out of motivation, and that's when you got to use that daughter to fill that gas tank back up. That's when you got to use that thing to fill it back up, all right? And then the third one, sometimes you just don't know how. So I'm a true believer. I'm a true believer of the proponent of lifelong education. And what happens is we trick ourselves, right? Like we trick ourselves. Oh, after I'm done school, after I'm done high school, I'm done learning. After I graduate from college, I'm good. After I get my master's, my doctor's, I'm good. That's the trick. The truth is, education is a lifelong journey. It's a lifelong process. And the second you stop trying to educate yourself, the second you stop trying to become smarter or learn how to do something or acquire a new skill, that's the second you become dormant. And if you look at these plants and stuff, if something's not growing, it's dying, right? We all have a short period of time on this earth, and our goal is to maximize it, to stretch ourselves, to put ourselves in environments where we can learn, where we can gain, and when we can become more knowledgeable, all right? So if you're gonna be successful in anything, the first thing you have to do is educate yourself in. That's why they say, if you want to hide something from somebody, you put it in the book. Because people don't like to read. Or do they? Because I found out the cheat code. Nowadays and age, they have audio books. We have cell phones. We have iPads and laptops. You don't gotta go get an encyclopedia and study in the library for 5 hours. So enough with the excuses. You gotta find out how you can educate yourself so you can be successful, all right? I don't want you to be an ignorant dummy. Intelligence is gangster. Intelligence is beautiful. Intelligence is smart, all right? So those are the 3 reasons. If you find yourself doing any of those 3 things, I promise you, if you do it long enough, you're not gonna be successful either. But if you can catch it, right, the ability to self-assess, if you can look at your life and say, hey, I don't have a goal or vision for my life. Hey, I don't have any motivation today. Hey, I don't know how to do this. Let me ask, let me read, let me find a mentor. All of a sudden, you're gonna start taking little steps. And trust me, small steps, great distances, right? Because momentum doesn't know positive or negative. So if you start taking them small steps into positive momentum, guess what? Before you know it, that big goal is gonna get accomplished. That big thing is gonna get accomplished. But you gotta start. You gotta start with the small stuff, baby. Hey, so it's your boy TP. The 3 principles, I don't want you to forget the 3 principles of why people are or aren't successful. Why people are the have and the have-nots. The 3 principles. Either you have a goal and vision or you don't. Either you're motivated or you're not. And either you know how to or you don't. If you can figure those 3 things out, I promise you, baby, your success is on the other side. I am Tavon Park. Thank you for your energy and your